Tomorrow is the World Day of Prayer for the Care of Creation. Pope Francis initiated the observance last year. Its purpose is to thank God for his earthly gifts and to pray for the protection of the environment. Dan Misleh is the executive director of the Catholic Climate Covenant. Dan, how do you suggest Catholics approach this observance, if you will?
Well, I think exactly what Pope Francis is calling for, which is to pray, to get back in touch with, he calls it our spiritual patrimony of our gift, the gift that God has given to us, which is all of creation, and begin to reflect a little bit more deeply about that. This goes back to Genesis, and so we've been at this a while. I think we forgot that we've been at this a while.
As pro-life people, how can we connect this care for creation with the care for life?
Well, I think, we live on this planet, and how we take care of this planet will determine the quality of our lives. From everything from pollution that impacts the baby in the womb to, living on a planet that is increasingly threatened by our own activities in our own hand. And so I think we need to take much better care of creation in order that we can promote all life.
What is this month-long season of creation about?
There's some groups that have sort of extended it from the 1st of September, the Day of Prayer for Creation, to the Feast of St. Francis on October 4th, the patron saint of those who promote ecology, as named by John Paul II. So I think that's it's a time of year when we do really appreciate the harvest, for instance, of the farms, and especially in the northern hemisphere, it's fall, and in the southern hemisphere, it's spring, and so creation is producing its fruits in many ways. And so why don't we just extend that for an entire month leading up to the Feast of St. Francis?
Pope Francis has been a champion of this cause. How has his involvement helped people become more aware?
Well, I think, he left us this enormous gift last June a year ago, with Laudato Si, to care for our common home. So I think that a lot of us are still trying to digest that enormously powerful document. But he's also talked about this quite a bit. And earlier in the show, you had a segment on this new dicastery on integral human development, and he uses the word integral ecology in the encyclical. So he's beginning to link all of these things together and saying you can't do one without the other.
All right, Dan Misleh, Executive Director of Catholic Climate Covenant. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.